Hello and welcome back to another video. In this problem, we're asked to determine the limit as x approaches 1 from the left of 1 over x cubed minus 1, and the limit as x approaches 1 from the right. So first, we're asked to do this by evaluating the function for values of x that approach 1 from the left and from the right. So if we take values of x that are approaching 1 from the left, such as 0.9, 0.99, 0.999, we have to do is see what the function approaches. By plugging these values into a calculator, you'll get negative 3.7, negative 33.7, negative 333.7. And you can see these are getting exponentially bigger, right? Going up about 10 times every single time. So the limit as x approaches 1 from the left of 1 over x cubed minus 1, the limit of this is it goes off to negative infinity. If we go from the right, also plugging in values, we have 1.1, 1.01, 1.001. We can see plugging this in, we have 3.02, 33.002, 333.0002. These values are going off to positive infinity, and therefore that is the value of this limit. We're also asked to do it by reasoning as in example 9. So what does it mean to reason through what it is? Well, if we have 1 from the left, minus 1, 1 from the right, minus 1. If we cube these values, what is that going to approach? Well, if we take a number that's slightly less than 1, and we cube it, we're also going to get a number that's slightly less than 1. If we take that number and we subtract 1, we want to get a number that's very, very close to 0. However, it's slightly less than 0. So when you're taking a whole number and you're dividing it by a number that is very close to 0, it's going to go off to infinity or negative infinity. And since this number in the denominator is negative, it's going to go off to negative infinity. Meanwhile here, this is a number that's very slightly larger than 1. Therefore, the subtraction is going to result in a number that's very slightly larger than 0. And therefore, taking a positive number and dividing by that number is going to go off to positive infinity. And we can also see this by graphing the function, as in part C, where as we approach x is equal to 1, from the right it goes off to positive infinity, and from the left it goes off to negative infinity.